Hello, my beautiful people. There went the alert. Hi, Tina Cassie. Hi, Jack and Kaylee. I can't see the other person's name. So, we have another missing child, which it's happening far too frequently. This child's name is Elijah View, and he is 3 years old and absolutely adorable. I put out a awareness alert that lets you know his story, which is absolutely heartbreaking. And I'm going to play it in a little bit for us when more people are here for those that didn't get to see it. And it doesn't hurt to familiarize ourselves with a timeline again. So I've got that pre recorded and I'll be sharing that with us in just a few. In the meantime, it's really important that we take notice. This is what's happening. By the way, welcome to 1111 True Crime. Sorry if I didn't introduce myself. And if you're new, I'm in a moment to pause because I take all of these missing kids so extremely seriously. I think of every one of them as our own child or a child we know. Um, we've all been together through Harmony Montgomery, Classic and Sincere, Michael Bond, Summer Wells, even Gabby Petito. Kylie Rodney was a kid too, and it gets to you, right? So this one happens to remind me a lot of Quentin Simon. And we all know what happened to Quentin Simon. We're headed down a deja vu. Good morning, that girl. Hi, Tina Cassie again. Yes, he is so precious. Um, when it comes to the treatment that has been alleged against the caretaker boyfriend that was 2.5 hours away, or it could be, I don't even know if he's a boyfriend. Why live 2.5 hours away? All right, so this guy already has a child that goes to school. And his alleged story was that Elijah was simply sleeping on the couch while this kid went to school. I have great suspicion to that. Being that the man kept bringing up water, showering this child, so allegedly this child would be. It's so hard to imagine the 3-year-old, you guys. Some 3-year-olds aren't even potty trained yet. They're still a baby. Okay, so this horrific man has made claims that he would have this child allegedly stand for up to 3 hours. Oh, did I just get knocked off my own live? Or did I just get knocked off chat? Okay, let's see what's going on. I guess I just got knocked off of. Give me a one if I'm still live because my computer just blitzed. And it could be that his energy is coming through real strong. Anybody? I hate to end the live. I just really wanted to give him some coverage. But I'm not seeing a one. Okay. Well, you got knocked off too. A one. Okay. I'm telling you now, his little energy might be coming through. Who all got knocked off? A Libra's moon, did you get knocked off? Yours went up and everybody got knocked off at the same time. Wow. And I came back on live instantly. Okay. I've been wondering if we needed to do a reading on him. And so for those of you that are wanting to look beyond the facts and do trust a higher power, I will be doing a reading on him. It does interfere with the algorithm. I've now learned that. So it will be under members to protect us because under members section, we don't have to worry about the algorithm. We could put up anything we want and we don't get a hit, if you will, or confuse it. Karen got knocked out so hard she says she got a nosebleed. Holy crap. Yes, Tina Cassie, I do think we need a tarot reading. I do. And so after this, we're going to use this, the time after this, we're going to take just a few minute break and then we'll go into the members and we'll do a tarot reading. Now keep in mind, it's going to be bare essentials, a black desk and some cards because I have nothing set up. So there will be a pause so you can get lunch or whatever. But in the meantime, I am very, very concerned with the obsession of water, cold water, that this man, this wicked caretaker, has spoke of. It's almost as if he would like to imply that, how do I want to put this? That there could be reason for water in the child's lungs that would, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, did he fill a bathtub full of cold water rather than having to, because he sounds lazy, making a child pray at your feet while you sleep? He sounds extremely lazy. And I'm like, man, would he go through to pull that shower curtain back every time and actually turn on the cold water and get it cold or whatever? Or would the man just simply fill the bathtub and dunk this baby? It kills me. It kills me because what I intuitively, my gut is telling me is that this child fought for his life and drowned. And that he would then logically, because this man's would be responsible, allegedly, the man would get rid of the body. And I have heard rumor through YouTube, and that's all it is, that it was garbage day. But I did see the photograph of his little missing dinosaur shoe that was found just feet from the dumpster. So the picture of the shoe by the dumpster is real. Elijah's shoe was feet from the dumpster. Welcome, Crazy Wheels, to Starlight Seed. Come aboard. We're going to jump over to the other side. So that will be, member section is going to be our tarot reading side. We will have to grow it back into its own space. For now, it's an emergency read because I go where I am guided. I wake up in the morning. If I'm guided to do research and stick to the facts, I can do that. I've got strong Capricorn. I'm a Gemini. I'm dual signs. I'm also very spiritual. And it takes both. It takes both for me to be me. This is so absolutely disturbing. I agree, Debbie. I agree. This feels very much like Quentin Simon. Very much. And I don't care what anybody says. They can say it was a reflection. They can say whatever they want to justify that little ghost image of Quentin Simon's baby body in nothing but a diaper running across. The hair raises on my neck. Across the yard on camera. We saw it. I saw it anyway. And you can deny it all you want. It doesn't mean it's true to you because you're going to believe what you need to believe. But whoa. It blew my mind. So I was waiting for a sign. I asked if I was to do an intuitive tarot reading on Elijah. And I asked for a sign. And the fact that we all glitched out at the beginning of his live, I'm going to take that as a sign that his energy was produced. Hi, Idaho Bear Lady. Oh, Idaho Beer Lady. I thought it said bear. Hello, lovely. How are you? Hey, Hunt, how are you? You say yes, that was awesome. That baby Q for sure. That was baby Q for sure. It really, I reviewed it so many times. You saw it too, Karen Ann? Well, you guys, I feel with his obsession, and I'm talking about that bad caretaker, that's what we're going to call him. I feel like with the bad caretaker, his obsession with water is a tale. It's telling us a clue. I really do, gut wise. And I keep getting this image of him dousing this baby with that cold water, like he says. And I think it would be in the face. I do. I think that's the worst part is that he's going to apply his method of torture, in my opinion, to the most vulnerable part of the child because he's a monster. And so it's the face. And so my question is, was he just grabbing this child and dunking him in the tub? Why would he be splashing him all over and getting him wet all over the house? He would be lazy and not want to have to clean up water all over. I'm asking, what do you think? My prayers and blessings and burning the sage that night released his soul from that evil house, according to my Hunt. Thank you, lovely. Did you get a literal nosebleed? Or are you saying, Karen, are you saying you got a literal nosebleed? Or are you just using that as an example? A Libra moon says true. So, logically, on the analytical side of thinking this out to try to figure out where this baby is, I have to tell you, I'm extremely familiar with certain parts of the area that he went missing in. And so I have some concerns if he isn't in the landfill. So think of it this way. If he was familiar with the Quentin Simon case, if he might be fearful that he would get caught if he did put the child in the dumpster. But he may have put the other shoe there as a breadcrumb red herring because it was laying quite obviously. It wasn't even hidden. It was just laying on the asphalt or whatever sidewalk. It wasn't hidden or obscured, so it could be a red herring just to get them to go look and spend all that time determined to get into that landfill and find the baby, which that could be where he is. That really could. But is it a red herring? Now, Mama D loves these babies. And there was another child that was in foster care that ended up dead. And it was a cold case. And I had to go to this same area, exact area, in Two Rivers and in Mishcot. And well, I didn't have to, but I did. But that was part of the thing I had to do. I had to go there, and we were investigating his death with his older sister, who was now an adult. Like I said, it was a cold case. So I visited all these places, and Two Rivers has Hotel Hell. It is also known, and I'm not doing this as a conspiracy theorist, I am telling you that there is satanic cults in the area, okay? And it's become known as a dumping ground to the locals. So if you, let's say, committed said crime and needed to dispose of a small body, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, why couldn't I just do that? Because then it'd look like they stole him and they killed him and they sacrificed him, right? And that place is called Maribel Caves. Now, I don't know if you know about it, but Hotel Hell and Maribel Caves is in a very dark um, ley line. And so, because of the ley lines and the geographical area of that area, and it's also home to Steve Avery, okay? So, if you're not familiar with that case, go watch Making a Murderer on Netflix and be careful if you don't want to get obsessed and in depth on a lifetime journey of trying to figure out what the F is going on over there, okay? But Maribel Caves is unlike any other structure I've ever been to in that there are tunnels that are too small for anybody but a child to fit through if you keep going. And so people will try to go through these tunnels. But what's even weirder is you're on the edge of a cliff that I can't hardly describe it. It's a cliff that just goes into nothingness. It just goes down. But it's all vegetation. So you can't see how far down it goes. While we were there, because we work crime, and we were a huge group of sleuthers together in real time on boots on the ground there, doing this investigation together. We brought this whole conversation up that God forbid somebody wanted to get rid of a body, this would be the ultimate dumping ground. And I could understand completely because even with extreme equipment, you're looking at extreme danger. And it's like it just is goes into a Jurassic Park kind of overgrowth. Like everything gets ginormous, huge, and thick, and it takes you into a place that you're like, ooh, I would never want to be here alone. Like you couldn't pay me anything to be there ever. No. It's quite a tourist attraction from all over Wisconsin and for those that come into Wisconsin and want to see the tourist sites. And the story with Hotel Hell, which is very close to that area, is that allegedly that's where I believe it was Al Capone had a bootleg and then it turned into bottled water company. So, there are tunnels there. Talk about tunnels. These are not alleged tunnels. These are absolute real tunnels that still exist to this day. And they are literally police guarded, not by a human, but no trespassing. You will be, prosecuted by law, all this because they were finding horrible things. Like at Maribel Caves, they found at the time of Teresa Halbach's murder, alleged murder, when she was reported missing, the officer, Deputy Colborn, Sergeant Colborn, whatever he was, law enforcement, co-train, was called over because people had found duct tape. They had found parts that looked like it came to a car, headlight. There was shovel. There was all kinds of stuff. There was like dirty underwear. It was weird. It was really, really weird. So the area that she has taken him to, a 2.5 hour drive to leave your kid for an extended period of time, it's off. It's way off. It's way off the mark. It's almost as if she's allegedly, in my opinion, I'm feeling more like renting this child out. What do you guys feel? I mean, we know it's happening. But is it happening with him? Oh, you're so welcome. Make sure you Google. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. I'm going to take it off browser for a minute. I'm going to look up Maribel Caves for you guys. Hold on. We're going to look it up now. Because maybe you can see pictures about the caves. Maribel. Okay. Escarpment Ridge. Okay, all right. I found something excellent. Okay, get ready. Blow your mind. Look at this. Do you see how tiny the people are? And do you see these caves all over? Hundreds of them all over. Some you can't go down because there's like pitfalls in them. Now, let me get this bigger and see if I can read some of this to you. Let's get this over here. About the caves, a brief history and more. Plan a tour. Turney Marable Caves County Park is an especially significant geological area that was formed primarily by glacial activity. Through many years of deposition or deposition, whatever, and change, glaciers wore down the land surface, exposing an underlying solid mass of rock called Niagara Dolomite. This has formed the naked cracks and irregular cliff line of the area. These formations are in contrast to other parts in Wisconsin, which layers of boulders till were deposited by the glaciers. Over the years of extreme climatic conditions, the rock has decomposed. Springs carbonate acid, the changing season, high volumes of glacial ice melt, and temperature variations broke down the rock. Small caves and openings created by these forces appear in the rock layers of the cliff line. Springs which seep from the limestone rock flow over moss-covered rocks and trickle to the river, which is way below. See? Okay. Select wildlife to the area. Rare ferns, varieties of creeping plants, and wildflowers are found among the rocks and within the wooded growth. This natural beauty of the park made it a popular picnic and recreational area long before it was acquired by Manitowoc County. Okay? So here are some of the caves, I'm telling you. Like this, they had to board up. They boarded that up. You can't get into it anymore. But these caves go on, some of them, I can't even tell you. Look. They even have different layers. Like this is a pancake cave. This is the Tartus cave. Cooper's Cave. Heard a lot about Cooper's Cave over the years. Cave of Treasures. Look at that one. Okay. So now let's go to Two Rivers, Wisconsin, and let's go to, what am I thinking? Devil's Park. Okay. Do you see how I said Marable, right? See how close Mishcot is to it? So here's Marable here. Let me get over here. What do I got to do to get over? Oh, I can't. Okay. So there. Here's Two Creeks. Okay. Damn, I wish it would quit doing that. Where's it going to let me have it? But, this is Mishcot right here. Now let's look up Two Rivers. All right. So it's all in that part. We have the Two Rivers right here. We have Mishcot right here. Those are the places they are looking for this baby. And if you come up here, they're looking all the way up into here, right? So if they're looking at Mishcot, I'm wondering, because that's where he is, and they're thinking, you know, is he going towards this big land water? I got to thinking, it's really, really crazy how close Marable really is. Let me see. Where is Marable? Right here. See this? There's Mishcot. Here's Marable. And Marable's cave's there. So let's look up Hotel Hell. Whoop. All right. So this is right there. I can't even explain to you. Oh, they gave me the wrong kind. I got to put in where. Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Give me the movie. Okay, see, it says Hotel Hell, Marable Caves Hotel, haunted places. It's all in the same location. It says you could see a portal to hell. That is, this is the story. This gets crazy, you guys. Halloween is only a few days away, and if you look closely, you'll discover haunted places in Manitowoc County. Northeast Wisconsin is home to the Marable Caves Hotel, also known as Hotel Hell. The three-story hotel, built in 1900, served as a resort for the rich and famous. Guests would use the hotel's well and spring as a freshwater spa for health. Chad Lewis, a paranormal investigator, says Hotel Hell is one of his favorite landmarks. There are many haunted tales surrounding the building, including legends about visiting at night. The ghostly image of a child is visible on the second floor. Lewis says the child is said to be one of the children who died at the hotel. Lewis had heard several scary stories from witnesses who walked through the now abandoned building. You have all this weirdness trapped with history and mystery combined to give it a really creepy atmosphere. I had someone contact me claiming they were walking through the building and they swore they heard somebody in front of them. They followed the voice, actually saw the shadow walk into a room, and when they went into the room, nothing was there. And this is it, you guys. This is, and I visited this, you guys, for real. Like, was here. There were a series of fires at the hotel over the years, which led to the building being associated with hell. Hotel Hell got its name from an old dare that you could see a portal to hell open up from inside the hotel, well, if you stuck around long enough in the building. Stories were told if you went out to the location, if you brought a book with you, it would burst into flames. Because there were so many fires, it started getting that reputation of being hell. The dare was, if you went out and looked in the old well, which is now overgrown with flowers, you could see a portal to hell that would open up and try to swallow you up. Witnesses claimed that when they looked into it, they could see intense flames rising up. Hotel Hell was demolished in 2013 by a windstorm, and it is on private property. The existing walls are very unstable, making it unsafe for visitors. The owner, Mark Lyman, would not like anyone on the property, and they do have it guarded. You would get arrested. So I wasn't able to go in it, but I went to it. And I even have pictures. But my thing is, the real rumor that they don't tell you about is that it was destroyed once by fire, the hotel, and allegedly it killed a lot of the elite guests there. This is the local lore, okay, the story that they tell you. And they said that the rich just rebuilt it again. And even though all those children died, they rebuilt it again. And it wasn't, but I guess it was somewhere near the anniversary, and I don't know how soon, but it burnt again. And then when they left it for a long time, it's just rubbish, and people were going there, they were finding out, allegedly, that satanic cults had taken it over, and were using it for actual sacrifices of animals and all kinds of stuff. And so they decided, okay, we have to block it off. So they blocked it off and said you couldn't go trespassing on the property any longer. Well, then they talked about making it a actual like museum where people could go in and visit it, and they would be like, okay, here you paid your ticket, go in and whatever. And nope. Here comes a big bad tornado, or at least tornadic weather, and destroyed their plans. And they decided that it was never meant to stand. And so they blocked it off, and to this day, it looks about like it did there. It actually is in a lot worse condition than the picture we were looking at. So, this part was still there where it says that. It's really a very, very creepy place. And I wondered, with it being very close to Mishkot, it made me wonder because of the river and stuff. First time hearing about this, thank you for sharing this story and information. You're so welcome. Karen Ann, if you ever want to travel over the pond, I'd love to host you as a place to stay and show you our history. Oh, thank you, Karen Ann. Thank you, Lovely D. Thank, I read Lovely D and said it at the same time. Thank you, Karen Ann. I appreciate it. Hi, Ruth D. You say hello, Mama, and chat. All right, you guys. So I don't know what has happened to this baby, but if they don't find him in the landfill, which I'll be honest, I do feel that's where he is. I do. But if they don't find him there, could this be a place that people need to think about searching? Because it's the unsearchable spot that is still, you can still get access to it, but it's got all these horrible places that nobody wants to go digging into. They're dangerous, like seriously dangerous. I don't know. He looked kind of chunky. It doesn't look like he's bit too deep in one of these caves, but there are access points where off the cliff and right down to that riverbed. It just horrifies me. So, all right, my lovely Luz, with that, I want to send out a prayer for Elijah Boo, or View, sorry. Elijah, we are praying for you with our heart and soul, my dear child. We really, really are. We ask that you are brought to safe home, that your well-being is secure. And if we can't have that, if we can't have you safely returned, we ask that whatever God above, that's hard to swallow, but whatever God above offers to us as resolve and justice for you, we demand that. We demand justice for you. We send you light, we send you love and healing for all that you endured on your short time on this planet if you have passed over. And if we can find you, Elijah, alive and well, we promise you it's going to get so much better. There is heart, there is love out there. You were just in the depths of hell, baby. You were just in the depths of hell.